Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing, and in today's video we're taking a look at the Hot Wheels Mud Runner series. There are 5 cars to look at in today's video, and I have no idea what year these came out. 2022 if I had to guess. All right, everybody. I'm excited for this one. I won't lie about that. These ones are pretty cool. Just the concept of mud-covered trucks is really neat. And honestly, the choices that they made for this series were actually really cool. I really like most of these. There's one that I don't like just because it's not my type of vehicle, but that's fine. Who cares? Anyway, so we're going to be taking a look at all 5 of these today. I'm going to be actually trying to see if I can get this video simple. You know, I don't want to go too nuts with it. So I'm going to try and get this down to a science. That's my goal for this year. My YouTube New Year's resolution is to get my filming down to a science. That way it's not too long and ridiculous. So yeah, instead of rambling along, let's get right into the first one we're going to be looking at today, which is the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300. It is number 1 of 5. As you can see, I think it's the 75th anniversary of the Unimog, or just Mercedes in general. I think it's the Unimog because of the symbol up there. I don't know. I have no idea what any of this means. So this is the first one we're going to look at. Now, these cards are a special series with the special card art, so I am going to be trying to use acetone to get these open, just because I want to kind of preserve the card a little better. So, yeah, we're going to be taking a look at all of these, and there's going to be jump cuts in between the unboxings and in between showing off the in package and the out of package. There's going to be jump cuts instead of just me opening them. So yeah, let's do it. 10 minutes later, and now I both smell and taste like acetone. Yeah, don't ask me how I know that I taste like acetone. I won't be able to make this video. I won't be able to make this video general audience if I answer that question. Oh man. Anyway. So yeah, the card art, I was going to talk about this. The card art features the exact same thing. It is the vehicle that you get, and it's trampling. One half of the truck is in the water, and the other half is on land. You know, the cohesion between water and land forming the mud that these things are known for. And this one I can tell already I'm going to love, just because I am actually a really big fan of Unimogs, because I think they're just downright crazy looking machines, but that's just me. So yeah, let's get right into it. On the side here, you can see that the base coat for this whole thing is just a nice yellow color, which I wouldn't say it's banana yellow. It's a deeper, darker yellow, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so the side of this, on the door, it says 300. Next, it says Unimog. And then on the back here, has a bunch of sponsors. We're talking about Bell Helmet, Coney 1, or Coney 7. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that brand is. And then Hot Wheels underneath it. And the designing on the back has a black stripe on some white stripes. And then there's a red diamond back there as well, which looks pretty cool. You got a side vent there too. If you look, you got like water tanks right here, and the tires, which I talk about on the other side, so we'll get to that next. This side is exactly the same, except there is no air vent and there is no water tank. Instead, there is a toolbox on this side, which is pretty cool. Also, mud splatter across the whole side here. All the way across, we've got mud splatter, which makes sense because if you look at the tires, they are brown with black rims, which is black bead locks, rather. That's not even black. That's just a really, no, it's black. Never mind. It's a really, it's black. Black bead locks, and even the rims are brown. So yeah, these things run through the mud. The top of the vehicle has quite a bit to see in the back, actually, aside from the 2 spare tires for ballast, obviously. You also got a toolbox back here. That's a toolbox, sorry. This is more of like a supply crate, right? You got your 2 stacks back here, they're 2 different stacks. They are not the same. And then you've also got what appears to be chains, or like, oh, they're ramps if you get stuck. Okay, yeah, you just stick those under the tire. It gives it grip if you get stuck. I've never been mudding before, but my friend has got stuck in a mud puddle, and needless to say, the video that was made from that was honestly hilarious. But yeah. The hood says 300, and it's got the white square there, as well as the red triangle and the black triangle as well. That's not a triangle. Anyway, the front end has the Mercedes logo and says Unimog. As well as that, it's also got a ram on the front, which looks awesome, with a winch and 2 headlights on the grill there, or on the grill guard. Then the back just has the 2 tires, as you can see there. So yeah, this thing is absolutely beefy. It is a mudding unit, if you know what I mean. And here's the bottom. I always show the bottom. That's just a Weston Racing thing, you know. We always show the bottom here. So yeah, that is the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300. I will not lie to you, we started off strong in today's video. It's very rare where the first vehicle that I show off is probably one of my favorites. But yeah, I really like that Unimog. It is really cool. Moving on to the next one here. This one's actually bottom of the list for me. I'll say it, this one's actually my least favorite out of all 5. It is number 2 out of 5, the 1967 Jeepster Commando. The reason why I don't necessarily like this one is just because I'm not a fan of the older Jeep trucks, but as you saw in my last video with the Jeep Gladiator, I definitely like the new Jeep trucks. These older ones just I don't really take a liking to them. Also, if you may notice, there is a bike on the back, a motorcycle, which really doesn't match the casting that's on there, but it's fine, you know. Anyway, so jump cut, let's get this thing out of the package. Okay, I kind of messed this one up, I won't lie about that. You can probably see it there, the paper tore, which sucks, but, you know, because I like to preserve these. I want to, you know, make sure that they have that somewhat good quality. But it's fine. I'm not going to cry about it. Maybe. Anyway, so here is what we have for the next one. This is the Jeepster Commando. It is red and black, my 2 favorite colors. In case you didn't figure that out from my logo and banners and whatnot, my 2 favorite colors are red and black. But this truck is awesome when it comes to the colors. I love the shade of red and I love the shade of black. I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it. No. The side of it says, what does that even say? Oh yeah, it says Early Motors. Yeah, I have Early Motors and then hashtag Early Motors underneath that. Again, I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming it's a motors company. I'll Google it later. Unless if it's on the back here. There's no way that, yeah, Early Motors. That's an actual brand. Interesting. If we look at the front here, it does say, we zoom in there, you can see that it does say Jeepster. I think that says, yeah, Jeepster Commando there on the hood there. You also got the Goodyear sticker as well, just to really complete it. The back fender, the back bed piece here is black, and there is also a black stripe right there as well. Flip her over to the other side. It's got the exact same thing. Again, this time the mud is not a dark brown. It is a light tan spread across. The tires are the same color, but this time we have both black bead locks and black rims, which is awesome. Good to see the combination there. Taking a look at the top, there really isn't too much to see. As you can see, the top of the hood features this black box right here, as well as 2 Goodyear logos. You got a clear sunroof right there, as well as the bed, which has a brown insert. If we take a look at the front, there's a lot of good detail here. Look at them headlights. When Hot Wheels decides that they want to put headlights on their vehicles, they do not skimp out on detail. Look at how amazing them headlights look. There's also a winch up front as well. Notice I said it when they decide to, because they almost never do it. And then here is the motorcycle on the back. It does look like what they had on the card art, but barely. Like, it's close. Also, yeah, that's what I thought. I was going to say, I heard somewhere that motorcycle comes out, but I would imagine it's got to come out with force. So, yeah. And then the bottom, as always, right there, the 1967 Jeepster Commando. So, yeah, that's that one. Okay, and now on to quite possibly the weirdest vehicle in this case, the Olds 442 W30 Lifted Edition. Now, that is not on the packaging, but that is important to keep in mind because the Olds 442 W30 is a completely different Hot Wheels car. This one is the lifted version of that other car. So yes, there is a variant. That is important to keep in mind. This one is very, like I said, this is an interesting choice because everything we're looking at today is trucks except for this. This is a hot rod on a lifted chassis with ginormous tires. And as you can see in the card art, this thing's ridiculous looking. It looks like just something out of a nightmare. It is the strangest thing I've ever seen. I won't lie though, kind of like it. All right, let's get this thing out of the package. This one didn't turn out too good either, but I think what's really interesting, because I didn't, like, none of the other packages had this on it. Or maybe it did. It's just not as profound. Look at how wavy this side of the blister is on the sun. It's almost like it was becoming the water itself. It's really weird. Anyway, stupidness aside. Oh, that is a matte paint job. Oh yeah. All right. Here it is, the Oldsmobile. Thing is awesome. Oh man, it is a monster and a half. Look at that. Okay, so here's these what do I call it? Here's the starting. We'll call it the starting side. So here's the starting side, or the right side of the car. If it's a Hot Wheels car, we'll start with the right side. Anyway, so as you can see, the door is a black. This car is white, but the door is black. The back fender is blue, and the roof is red, which is really strange. I love the like patchwork design this has. So yeah, that is mainly all of the detail here. As you can see, the outline of the door handle is white, and so is the Hot Wheels logo there. If we flip over to this side, you will see that something has changed. The door is white now with a black Hot Wheels logo, and the back fender is black now instead. The front fender is also no longer white. It is actually yellow on this side, which is super duper interesting. We also have the dark brown mud back at it again, and as you can see, the rims or the tires are brown with the black bead locks, which looks amazing. The top is where all the detail comes in, because as you can see, the roof is red, as I already stated, but the trunk is like a mustard yellow, which I'm now noticing the side is, or the front fender is as well. And then if you look, the hood scoops up there are blue and black. They're multicolored, which is pretty cool. We also got these like pearlescent blue windows as well, which is pretty cool. Here's the front end, all of its detail. You got the 4 headlights and the 2 grille with the split down the center. It does not say 442 on the nose right there, which I think is really interesting because that was on the card art, but it isn't on the actual car. The back end has the license plate holder with the Oldsmobile symbol there, or the trunk key hole. I don't quite know what that is. And then you got the tail lights as well, which is super duper neat. And then here is the bottom. Look at that. It is interesting. So yeah, that is the Oldsmobile. This one is awesome. It's so goofy looking, but at the same time, I kind of like it. I'm definitely going to make sure to put this in a stop motion video of some kind in the future. Okay, everybody, we got 2 more to go. On to 4 of 5, which is this Toyota Land Cruiser. Honestly, I only thought that Toyota Land Cruisers came in like the SUV style. I did not realize that there were pickup truck versions, so this is a shock. I'm getting worse and worse as time goes on when it comes to opening these. Like that one was just plain embarrassing. But yeah, alrighty, let's just get this out of the way. Anyway, this is the Toyota Land Cruiser. Look at this one. Look at that army green. Oh, yes. On the side, there is a light green as well, which I guess is more of an army green, let's be completely honest. We got dark green with army green. Pine tree green is kind of the base coat, if you want to say that. I don't know if that's right, though. But yeah, we've also got these 2 stripes that come together underneath the door in this army green. I'm just going to keep matching colors, and let me know in the comments down below if you understand what direction I'm going here. So yeah. There's that. There's also something on the tire there. That's why I rubbed it. This side is exactly the same. Their Hot Wheels logo can be seen right there in front of the door in that army green as well. And we've got more of a lighter brown mud this time. It's not a dark brown. The tires, however, are the same color of brown with the black bead locks back at it again. So yeah, that's cool. In the back, there is absolutely nothing. Moving to the front, we have the top of the cab, which is a mint green, and it is like a very sticky, like, paint. which I think is interesting. Like when I rubbed my finger across that, it stuck to it. That was weird. And then the hood also has that army green again with that hood design. The front end says, look at all this detail that's on the front end. You can tell that the Hot Wheels definitely cared about this series a lot more than their mainline cars, which I don't blame them. It is a special side series. But look at that. Toyota actually written on the front with all of the surrounding detail, including the headlights and the headlight and blinker setup over the fenders. That's insane. There's also a winch as well. But what's more insane is the back end. Look at that. It literally says Toyota on the tailgate with the full 3 lights setup on each side back there. 3 lights. If you don't know what the 3 light setup is, it's brake, reverse, and blinker. And then the other one there is the 4x4 logo right there at the very end, if you guys can see it. So yeah, also they're a completely clear back window and front window too, which I thought was really interesting. Here's the underbelly, as I always like to show off. And there you go. That is the Toyota Land Cruiser. That one is super duper cool. I actually really like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end. We are at 5 of 5 right here. The 2015 Land Rover Defender double car. This is an double cab. Whoops, I can't read. This is an interesting one. Once again, just like that Toyota Land Cruiser pickup truck, I have never seen one of these before. This thing is strange looking. It looks like a cross between it looks like, you know what it looks like? I'm going to say this and it's going to be probably very wrong in most people's eyes. It looks like a British Hummer is what it looks like. Like some form of European military off-road vehicle is what it looks like. And some of you might be able to see what I mean, and some of you might think I just made an incredibly racist joke, but you know what? Whatever have you of that. So yeah, we're going to get this out of the package. Like I said, this one's strange because I have never seen one of these before in the wild. I haven't seen pictures. I didn't even know these existed, just like that pickup truck Toyota. Here we go, the final one. Oh no, it wasn't Ven drying. I tried to pull the thing off and it just decided not to come off. All right, this thing's chonky. Like I like how heavy it is. This one's got some weight to it. All right, so as you can see, the base coat is black, and around the doors there appears to be a white box, which looks really interesting, going all the way back to the taillight there. And the fender flares are the same color as the tires. They're mud covered, which I think is a really cool little detail there. There's also a snorkel on this side as well, which I think is an awesome detail because most of these vehicles don't even have. Actually, this is the only vehicle with a snorkel on it, so you can tell this one definitely likes to go deep in the rivers, which explains why the mud is so high up. This side doesn't really have too much to show off, other than there is an interesting detail that I just caught now that we're sitting here. I'll get to that in a second. The tires are brown with the black bead locks like we've been seeing. And then the detail that I wanted to point out, look at the window on the inside. It doesn't go all the way to the top of the cab. Do you guys see that? Hold on, let me get up close and personal here. The window does not go all the way to the top of the cab. It's like air between it. That's interesting. The top really doesn't have much show off. There's nothing in the back. The back is actually really short now that I think about it. You got the dual cab there, snorkel. The hood has some vents on it, as well as the stripes, which looks super duper cool. The front end has 2 headlights and a winch, as well as all of the little smaller headlights, which can be seen, but they are not painted in, as well as the grille. As you can see, they are all mud covered, which would insinuate that this guy got really deep in the mud. The back end has the barn door style tailgate, which is really cool. I haven't seen that very much. And then, of course, we have got the taillights as well. Okay, wait, I think I've got an error. I think I have legit got an error on my car here. Look at this. You got red, red, orange, orange, white, and red. I think that taillight down there is supposed to be red. Let me know in the comments down below if that's an error, if that is an error, because I genuinely think that might be an error on the car, because I think that's supposed to be white down there and it is red. Maybe not. Maybe that was an intentional thing, which would be weird, but you know what? Whatever. And then, of course, it says Land Rover Defender on the back end right there. Tiny little logo and everything. Looks awesome. So yeah, there you go. That is the Land Rover Defender double cab. So yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the Mud Runner series that came out in 2022 for Hot Wheels. How cool is that? We got to take a look at 5 muddy vehicles today. I gotta say the Unimog was awesome. I absolutely love that. The Jeepster Commando, definitely my least favorite of this collection, just because it's kind of not my style of vehicle. The Oldsmobile was an interesting choice, and I honestly kind of like it. It does work really well for this series, kind of have something different thrown in there, different and wacky, which works really well. The paint job is awesome too. I love that it looks like it's a bunch of it's a salvager vehicle, or what do they call those? Frankenstein car. It looks like a Frankenstein car with all them other pieces on there. And then you got the Toyota Land Cruiser. That one was an interesting one because I've never seen a Toyota Land Cruiser pickup. And then the last one on the end, the Land Rover. That one was also really weird because I've never seen that type of truck before by Land Rover. That is weird. Weird. A lot of weirdness going on in today's video. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That is all I've got. Thank you all for watching. I just want to give thanks real quick. My channel just hit 130 subscribers recently. That is amazing. Considering that I had no intention for that to happen. I originally started this channel just to try it out and see what would happen if I decided to start posting content about my collection. And needless to say, I didn't expect to get many views or subscribers. I just wanted to try something. Then I moved here to Wyoming, met a bunch of friends, found out they also had YouTube channels, and then it kind of became a competition to see who can be the best. I then fell out of the competition because everybody was going up except for me. I was staying in the exact same spot. Needless to say, a couple months before the new year, 2023, I got back into it because I decided, you know what? I could do it. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to post more videos again. I'm going to become #1. And I did. Out of my friend group, I became #1. I did it. And I was so proud of myself. I finally hit the 75 subscriber mark and became #1. Then the new year comes along and I decided, what if I try doing this full on? And I did. I did a lot of doing, as you can tell. I decided to go full on, and basically what I did is I restructured my videos. I made them look more professional. I made professional thumbnails. I went all the way for the new year, and it's paying off. That car wash video I did of the car wash playset, this thing, is currently sitting at 10,000 subscribers, which is the most I have ever gotten on any video I've ever made. My previous record before that was the Monster Jam Christmas ornaments video, got 2.5K. Currently, I have a video with 10K that it just exploded for some reason. Then I got a bunch of subscribers and I passed the 100 mark, which blew my mind. I'm currently sitting at 130. I have a feeling 200 is coming faster than I am prepared for. I sat at 75 for so long, blew to 100, and then just kept going like it meant nothing. Like, it's just ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for that. I really, really do appreciate that. So yeah. Enough yammering. That's it. Like I said, that's all I got to do. These are your 5 Hot Wheels cars for Hot Wheels Wednesday here on Weston Racing. The next video I have scheduled is another Hot Wheels video, which means I won't see you for a full week, 7 days. I will not see you guys. So when you come back, be prepared for Hot Wheels Wednesday once again, because that's my next video, next Wednesday. Got some, honestly, one of my favorite, I'll give you a hint. It's one of my favorite 5-packs in existence. I guess one of the coolest 5-packs the Hot Wheels has ever done. So yeah, we'll get to that when the time comes. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next unboxing video. Peace out.